Hello everyone, today I am going to be reviewing these props. These are the Ethix K2 6-inch twin blade props. So I'm going to be talking about the design and performance of these props, but first, let's see how they fly. Okay, so I hope that you guys enjoyed that flight footage. Now let's go ahead and talk about the design and performance of this prop. And the first thing that I want to address about the design of this prop is the colors. And I usually don't talk about the colors of a prop in my prop reviews, but I really think that Ethix and HQ has made a big mistake in the colors of this prop. And that is because I think a lot of manly men are not going to buy this prop solely because of its color. And they're going to lose a lot of sales because of this. But I could be wrong about this, so if you're a manly man watching this video, let me know down in the comments below if you would still buy this prop despite its colors. Another thing to mention about the colors of this prop is you can see it comes in two colors when you buy a set of 4, and I initially thought there would be 2 clockwise props of the same color and 2 counterclockwise props of the same color. But it turns out there's one of each. So they could have made it so that you would never choose the wrong prop when swapping a prop, but they've missed that opportunity, and instead these colors are just purely aesthetic. In the future, I hope that they offer a smoke gray color just like this Emax A-Van long range, because 6-inch props, they're relatively large and they tend to get in the view of your GoPro, and this translucent gray color disappears nicely from your footage. So with that out of the way, we can go ahead and talk about the actual prop. And throughout this review, I'm going to be comparing the HQ prop here to the Emax A-Van long range 6x3.8, which has been my favorite prop ever since it was released. So some general information about this HQ prop. I keep calling it an HQ prop because HQ makes it, even though it is sold under the Ethix brand. It is a 6-inch diameter. It is a 4-inch pitch, and it weighs 5.1 grams. The Emax prop is also a 6-inch diameter, but it has a 3.8-inch pitch, and it weighs 4.6 grams. So the Emax prop is half a gram lighter than the HQ prop. As far as the shape of these props goes, the Emax prop has a much more aggressive or non-traditional shape to it. So it's really wide near the hub, and then it tapers very aggressively to a very thin tip. And you can see this prop is also very flexible, and the tip itself has this little winglet going on that is to reduce the vortices coming off the blade. Now the HQ prop has a much more traditional and conservative shape, which is typical of HQ. So you can see it is wider, closer to the hub, but not anywhere near as wide as the Emax. And then it tapers not as aggressively as the Emax towards the tip, and you can see they've rounded off the tip, but there is no kind of winglet going on here to further reduce the vortices coming off this blade. The HQ blade has a more even distribution of mass, and it's going to have a higher moment of inertia, and what this means is the motor cannot spin this prop up and down as quickly as it could spin the Emax blade up and down, because of the way the mass is distributed. Now, you might think that makes this prop less responsive than the Emax blade, but I actually think that their responsiveness is about the same. And this is because the HQ blade just makes more thrust across its RPM range. And that is because the blade is wider towards the tip. So you really feel it towards the low end. At the low end, the Emax blade is rather wispy, which is a nice feeling, but it doesn't make a lot of grip. Whereas the HQ blade has a more traditional 6-inch feel, more grunty, and it just makes a lot of grip, especially at the low end. And in general, I think it makes more top-end power as well. So generally, just a more powerful prop. And I think that is a pretty big characteristic of this prop, is just how much more power it makes compared to this Emax prop. So that was the first thing I noticed when I took off, is that I had to have a much lower throttle position to cruise around with the HQ prop compared to the Emax prop. Now, despite the HQ prop making a lot more thrust, it does have about the same efficiency if you are flying the same way that you are flying the Emax prop, which means that you actually have to fly the HQ prop with a lower throttle position. So in reality, my flight times personally have decreased because I end up using more throttle and I go through the turns faster and just fly faster in general because this prop has that performance that I can exploit. Whereas with the Emax prop, it's a little more wispy, it's slower, and it feels really nice, but it just doesn't have that same level of performance as the HQ blade. And I wouldn't say that necessarily makes the Emax blade worse, it's just a different feel. And it all depends on who you are as a pilot to which propeller you're going to prefer. So if you're more of a beginner or you want a more controllable feeling to your quad, you might enjoy the Emax prop more than the HQ prop, because the Emax prop, it just doesn't make as much thrust, which is not necessarily a bad thing. And it just has this wispy feeling to it, just the way it revs. It's just a very smooth, crisp prop. The HQ prop is a little more brutish. It just makes a lot of low-end grip. It still has good control, but it doesn't have that same wispy feeling as the Emax prop. So if you're just looking for high performance, going fast through the corners, or maybe you're a more experienced pilot looking to really exploit your quad as much as possible, the HQ prop might be a better fit for you. So me personally, I found that after I switched to the HQ prop, it really allowed me to exploit the performance of the quad more and just fly faster in general, forced me to have faster reactions and things like that. So I really enjoy this prop, and I would say that it is my new favorite prop. And I would say the final thing that seals the deal for me with the HQ blade is the fact that it is much more durable than the Emax blade. The Emax blade is pretty durable for how thin it is, but it just can't compete with the strength of the HQ blade, which just has more material towards the ends of the blade. So that about wraps it up for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to like the video. If you're new to the channel, please get subscribed. It helps me out a lot. And thanks for watching.